girls. Ada says if it was her child, she'd call in another doctor.
I guess Robbins knows what he's talking about, all right.
Well, I wouldn't be any too sure about that. He's one of those know-it-alls. I saw that the minute I laid eyes on him.
Why, anybody could see that there's nothing the matter with Sister. Little fight like that does a child good. I bet I had a million fights when I was a kid.
Yes, a lot of fighting you ever did. Poor little thing. She's trying to get to sleep now after her physic. Just as brave. You'd think she was 50 years old. I hope she's all right.
Dr. Robbins says there isn't a thing the matter with her.
Well, of all the heartless, Henry just as soon strike a man like that as look at him. He wouldn't stand for it. But I guess some people did all their fighting when they were children.
Don't you be too sure about that.
The telephone rings.
Oh, my heavens on earth, always something.
Stay where you are. That may be for me. Hello? Yes, this is it. Yeah, talking. Why, hello there, Mr. Carter. What's the good word? Oh, say, don't worry about that. Why, she's fine. Oh, didn't hurt her at all. Not a bit. Why, no apology necessary. She's all right. Sure, boys will be boys. We don't mind. Oh, say, she had a fine time. Don't you bother about her. Sure, I'll tell her. And you tell Gormley from me that there's no hard feelings. Why, thanks. Likewise. Why, don't you and Mrs. C drop in some evening? All right? All right. Goodbye.
Well, of all the... I'd like to see Henry stand for anything like that. Henry knows what to do.
Well, if he's so darn good, why don't you go back to him?
Why, Daddy Graham!
What did you say?
I said, if he's so darn good, why don't you go back to him?
Very well. I've been turned out of my own sister's house. Very well, I will go back and see how you like it.
Now, Ada, don't take it that way. Daddy didn't mean anything, did you, Daddy?
Sure I did.
I hope he didn't. I'd rather think he didn't. I always like to think the best of people. But you don't have to tell me anything more than once. Henry will see I don't have to stand for this. Mr. Ed needn't worry that I'll annoy him any longer.
She passes regally on, out of sight.
Oh, Daddy, what got into you to say a thing like that? What am I going to do?
Don't do anything. Let her go. We'll all be a lot better off.
My only sister. She'll spread this all over New Bedford.
All right, let her. She's been spreading things all over this house long enough.
Daddy, what's got a hold on you? I never saw you go on like this before. I've got to go up and try and smooth things out.
Now you just sit down here and leave her be. Man gets sick of anything like that around. Man's got to have some say in his own house. Now you sit down and you let her go.
My Daddy, what's gotten into you all of a sudden?
I guess it's not so all of a sudden as you think it is. Lots of things have been going around here that you don't know about. From now on, I'm going to do some of the talking around this place.
I don't see what you're so excited about. Nobody's trying to stop you from talking.
Well, they better not. Anybody thinks that they can walk all over me has got another thing coming. I guess I'm just about as able to run my own home as the next fella.
Well, I'm sure all I ever tried to do was make a good home for you.
Oh, that's all right about that. But there's more than one way to make a man feel at home when you come right down to it. Now, where did those matches go anyway?
Here they are, Daddy, right here.
Thanks. I think I'll get one of those new English pipes. Yeah, a lot of the fellers downtown smoke them. They cost about $8, but they got a lot of fun out of them.
$8 for a pipe?
Sure, why not? Anything makes you feel good is what I say.
He picks up the mandolin.
What are you going to do, Daddy? Play your mandolin?
I gotta get back into this thing again. You don't know the fun you're missing not liking music, Ed.
Well, maybe you're right, Daddy. Maybe now that Sister's growing up and all, we ought to begin thinking about ourselves a little.
Sure, that's the idea. Say, we only live once.
Mother!
Well, we'll have some pretty good times together here, once you get to liking it.
Mother!
What is it, sister?
What
Make him stop banging at that old thing!
What did she say?
I guess maybe she doesn't want me to play.
Oh,
Daddy.
she doesn't, does she? Well, we'll see about that.
He puts down the mandolin and starts for the stairs.
Well, why, Daddy, where are you going?
Upstairs!
He runs up the stairs. Harriet looks after him in amazement. A door slams. There is a moment of silence. Then Sister is heard howling. A moment later, Ed comes down the stairs.
Daddy, what did you go and do that for?
I'm sorry, but it was just something that had to be done.
Well, Daddy, I guess you'll have to be satisfied with eggs for supper.
That will do for tonight, but don't let it happen again.
That was such a beautiful piece of meat, too.
Well, things like that happen, Ed. You see, I was playing my mandolin all day, and I guess that's how it happened.
Reaches for the mandolin and takes off the case.
You know, I always kind of had a gift for music.
Well, go on if you want to, but for goodness sakes, play soft.
She goes out the dining room door. Ed sits back in his chair, puffs at his pipe furiously, and is playing the beautiful Blue Danube. His head is almost buried in a cloud of smoke, and he strums the instrument. After about 8 bars, he gradually leaves off playing, takes the pipe from his mouth, and looks out into space reflectively.